Welcome. I'm Howard Tolman, and I want to welcome you all to Graduation 2012. We're excited to be here today and to share this opportunity and this excitement with all of you. And honestly, if there's a better or more exciting city to be in these days, I don't know what it is. We're excited about what's going on in Chicago. We're excited about what's going on with the school. And, we're surrounded by massive change. We're surrounded by really unlimited possibilities and big dreams. And this is the environment that we're launching our graduates, you guys and girls, into today. And you're leaving with the best tools. You're leaving with the most extensive training and with a work ethic that is second to none. And most importantly, with this idea and attitude of teamwork and consistent support and cooperation and collaboration that's really the heart of the whole school. So as you get ready to leave, I want to take just a few minutes to share with you a couple of thoughts. And the first, I suppose, is not to mistake a clear view for a short distance. One of the things that it's great to know is exactly what your entire life is going to be like. And I'm sure you all know that. Of course, it's going to change maybe 1,000,000 times or so in your career. And it's great to strive every day really aggressively toward that goal. But it's equally important to understand that good things don't happen overnight. They're the product of an iterative process, which hopefully you've picked up on here. And that is that you try and you fail and you pick yourself up and you try again and you get better every time. And persistence is the singly most powerful thing that's out there. Patience is also valuable, and you're hearing this from the least patient person in the entire world. But it's true, and it's true that even in these times of rapid change and motion all around us, that catching your breath and sort of scoping out the situation and taking a little bit of inventory as to what's working for you, what isn't working for you, and then taking your best shot and moving forward is the way to manage this chaos that we're all sort of living in. So number one is to just get out there and be a little patient, but mostly be constantly active and moving the ball forward. Number two is to have a dream. Everybody should have at least a few dreams and make it a really big one, because small dreams suck. And in addition to that, if you don't sort of aim big, as Michael Jordan used to say in his basketball career, you miss every shot that you don't take, and it's really important to understand that. So we hope you'll aim high. We hope that you understand there's always 1,000,000 people around you who are happy to tell you why you can't do things and why things aren't going to work out. And by and large, they're sitting on the sidelines, and they're being slowly blown away by the people who are actually doing the things that need to get done. So that's the opportunity. One of the most important things to understand is that real discipline is this job of choosing between sort of what you want now and what you want most. And this is a constant process too, because it's really easy in this instant gratification world that we live in to get knocked off your course and to waste a lot of time and to go for sort of the low-hanging fruit. That's not really where you want to end up. You want to end up doing something that's important and something that's meaningful and something that has some staying power. So it's important to keep your real goals in mind. You can have short-term goals, but you should have some longer-term goals too. And navigating and constantly correcting that course, through all these changing circumstances, all these new technologies, all these new businesses and ideas and things is critically important. And it's one of the skills of juggling that I hope that all of you have also figured out while you're here. Number three is focus. You can, do a lot of things. You can do almost any one thing, but you can't do everything. And so focus and the ability to apply yourself is really critically important. And one of the things that I've learned after, a mere half century of doing this kind of stuff is that saying no to things is a lot harder than saying yes. And it's the things you choose not to do that ultimately are the most important and will make you successful. saying yes is really popular. It's easy to do, but being a leader and being somebody who is going to change things is not a popularity contest. The hardest choices always end up in your lap or on your desk, and you have to make those choices both for your own life and for the people you work with. But it's those choices that are most critical. So Stephen Wright, who is a massively depressed comedian, used to say, every place is walking distance if you have the time. Well, nobody has the time, right? And so focus, really important to take your best shot. And, we believe in work here. It's really interesting. You've heard me say, that in this life you get what you work for, not what you wish for. And hope is not really a good strategy for success. The good news is that you're better prepared, you're smarter, you can outwork 99% of the people who are out there just sitting around waiting for the world to sort of hand them a living or a life or find a place for them. That's not how it works. We're not really good waiters. We're really good workers. And in the end, it's the work that ultimately always matters. I hope that you've come to understand also that craft and learning how to do this stuff, the nuts and bolts of our professions, is powerfully important, and really knowing how to do it is crucial. But after you learn the technology and after you learn sort of how to do these processes, you want to go wide. You want to sort of open yourself up to more things than just the technologies, because ultimately, all the technology in the world isn't going to save a story that sucks or a game that's not interesting. You have to be broader than that. And so, technology and logic will take you maybe from A to B, but it's imagination and it's creativity. It's really the joy of bringing new things into the world that can take you anywhere. So be open to this stuff and understand that most of your ultimate inspiration comes from outside. It comes from other people. It comes from other opportunities and other kinds of stimuluses. And lastly, I would say, and that's just a trick, that's not really the last thing I'm going to say, but be responsible. Our country today is in the midst of a bunch of ugliness. It's very torn and divided. Maybe it's the worst it's been in a long time. And the most powerful tool that we have in bridging these gaps between people and in sort of bringing people together turns out to be storytelling, which is something that's central to everything we do in media, in entertainment, in everything that we build and do here. And so you've learned to be great storytellers. You've learned the importance of story and putting those talents to good use and applying yourself in ways that are slightly more important than just about, can I make a lot of money tomorrow, is really how you put some meaning into your life and into what you do. And so if you do that, I think you can make a real difference from the get-go, and that's what's important to all of us. And lastly, our hope for all of you is that you find something out there that you love to do, and that you get to do it every single day, just as we do, with a vengeance, with a real commitment and a real passion for that. So that's it. We're confident in you. We believe you'll each make your mark out there and that you'll make some history and make a difference. And we couldn't be prouder that you're getting ready to get out of here. And so I want to just say once again that what's so interesting is the serendipity. This group of people that you're here with are the people that will form a network for you that'll be super important as you go forward. And it'll be important and maybe more important than any network you have other than your family. And so remember that too. These relationships and these networks are what these businesses and these industries are built on.